Go Loser Ranger is a Japanese manga and anime series about a henchman aiming to make it big and defeat the powerful heroes known as the Dragon Keepers. This change in perspective, focusing on the villain rather than the hero, is what makes this series very interesting, showing the dark side of the heroes and how brutal and violent they really are. However, the anime's pacing made the show a little less enjoyable, so today I want to discuss and talk about why I feel like this show could have been so much better. I want to put you up to speed and explain the plot, as the series involves a group of henchmen called Dusters, or Fighters, pick which one you like, all named and referred to as a single letter. The protagonist is Fighter D, who is tired of constantly having to let the Dragon Keepers win every time at the Sunday Showdown, all because the Dusters were forced to cooperate with them after the heroes slaughtered their bosses. Sneaking out of headquarters after the latest fight, D meets this guy named Hibiki Sakurama, who I feel like should be voiced by Alex Lee, cause he just looks like that type of guy. And then there's the good-looking and mysterious Yumiko Suzukiri, who wants to help take down the Dragon Keepers. Thus begins D's infiltration. I won't spoil the rest, as the anime is definitely worth a watch, so I'll let you figure out the rest on your own. Anyways, spoilers ahead. Now that I explained the basic plot, I can explain what made the anime less enjoyable. The anime itself isn't bad, having a good English dub and great animation, but I felt like it suffered from poor pacing, leaving things rushed along with so many characters with unique personalities. I felt like 12 episodes wasn't enough to flesh out the story properly. The pacing felt particularly bad when they used a flashback of the end of the previous episode, but then fast forward to the present and using another flashback of the last episode. It was confusing where they wanted to show us what happened between the two episodes that they didn't show, or to display what was happening now. The constant use of these flashbacks made the last few episodes feel like a mess to me. I also felt like some of the characters could have been fleshed out more as well. Many characters with unique personalities appear, and while they all have their time to shine, you don't get overly attached to them. I may be wrong, but I felt like the only characters that had an actual backstory improving on their character was Sakurama and the Blue Keeper, with Sakurama's backstory really being pivotal since D later disguises himself as him, and having to deal with people like Hibiki's sister, who happens to be the Pink Keeper. While D has a clear goal that makes you root for him, he really doesn't have that much of a backstory. He just wants to finally destroy the heroes for once, and besides the difficulty of pretending to be Sakurama and work with humans, there isn't anything that makes him feel more than everyone else. Am I saying that Go Loser Ranger is a bad series? No. If all, it feels like a very interesting take on the heroes versus monsters trope, one that puts you in the place of the villain and the greedy and dark side of superheroes. And I definitely recommend you check it out, because while it has its flaws, it's fun. I want to remind you that this video is merely a form of explaining why this could have been so much better if not for the pacing. 12 episodes was clearly too little for season 1, and I feel like if it were 20, then maybe you could have allowed for the studio to take their time and tell the story. Hopefully season 2 can improve on these issues, but we'll have to just wait and see. I plan on reading the manga at some point, and I hope that once I reach the part where the anime leaves off, I can appreciate it more. Anyways, thanks for watching. I know this video is kind of short, but if you enjoyed it, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I'll see you guys soon.